It's getting cooler, and that's just a reminder that the holidays are just around the corner. But with them comes travel traffic.
Yeah, but imagine skipping that altogether and taking a high-speed rail. A $5.6 million federal grant could be the first step toward creating that railway. It would run through the Lone Star State from South Texas through Austin all the way up to Oklahoma, following Interstate 35. But would people actually use it? KXAN's Chris Sadeghi takes a look.
It's an idea that's been kicked around in the past, a high-speed light rail that would connect the major Texas cities, Austin to Houston, Houston to Dallas, and even down on to San Antonio. Well, the latest idea will start in San Antonio, go through Austin, all the way to Oklahoma, and do it at almost 200 miles per hour. From Boston to Austin, Denise Beach caught a plane, but when she stays east, there's another way to get around.
I've used the Acela to get between Boston and D.C. It's worked out really well for me as long as it's not oversold.
A light rail that goes from Boston to Washington, D.C. at speeds of up to 200 miles per hour. It's the idea a study will examine, only this time connecting Oklahoma to South Texas. Will anyone ride? Karen Amaker at TxDOT says that's what the study will look at.
Determining the demand and sort of the business case for whether or not high-speed rail is feasible in Texas is one of the purposes of this grant.
What we know is that the proposed rail being studied would run alongside I-35, and aside from that, there are more questions than answers right now.
How fast would it go? Would it operate on existing rail lines? Would it be an Amtrak route? Would it be a high-speed rail route?
Amtrak is the train that currently connects Austin to other cities, and they report that ridership is up, but a quicker and faster train could help the city and its traffic, according to Economic Development Manager Brian Gilday.
Anything we can do to help alleviate that traffic, give alternative methods of transportation is something we think can be beneficial not just to us, but to Texas.
But how much help will it really be? Denise has experience on the Acela and thinks that although it travels fast, it's not the huge time saver some may think.
The time difference between the two modes of travel is not that big of a deal.
As for the cost, she says it's a convenient fallback, but when she plans to travel, her plans are still up in the air.
It's not any cheaper. If you can plan in advance, you can still get a plane ticket that's cheaper.
And the money being spent here in Texas is just a small part of $2 billion the Federal Transportation Department is spending across the country for 54 possible rail projects. We're downtown. Chris Sadeghi, KXAN, Austin News.
Now, looking in depth, this is not the first time a group tried to bring high-speed rail here to Texas. The Texas TGV project would have connected Dallas, Houston, and San Antonio. Those plans fell through due to a lack of funding. President Obama has also mentioned creating a nationwide high-speed rail system. He wants to invest $8 billion to begin planning and working on that system. However, no timeline has been given. We want to know what you think about this high-speed rail proposal and if you would ride that rail system. Let us know in a poll that we've created. Just look for this story in the local section of KXAN.com.